Linda, why did you stay so long? Why didn't you just leave? If it was so horrible, such a nightmare, why were you there so long? Why didn't you just get up and go? If he was such a harmful man. Yeah, I've been asked that more than 100,000 times. My name is Linda, and this is episode 26 of Escaping My Fairytale, and I wanted to talk today about cognitive dissonance, something that both Sam Vaknin and Elisa Romano have helped me tremendously with, because it makes no sense. Interestingly, in one of the very first chapters of my book, I wrote a story about being in the garden, which was kind of, a metaphor of my life and how I was mesmerized by the roses, and I would hold this beautiful rose in my hand, and I just knew it was nothing but beauty, and I would smell it and look at its deep color and just hold tighter and tighter because I wanted to keep it forever. It was so beautiful, and I believed it was beautiful. I knew it was beautiful. And then as I looked down at my hand, I noticed the same color of the rose dripping down in blood from my hand, and I was so confused by it, because this rose was a beautiful creation from God, and I believe that it was beautiful and gorgeous and fragrant and something I wanted to hold on to forever. And yet I was bleeding, but I just kept holding tighter because I wanted that beauty, because I believed it was just pure beauty. So I held tighter and tighter, and I bled more and more. And the confusion in me was real, because everything in me said, well, God created this. It's beautiful. I can hold on to it. I can hold tight. And the cut would be deeper. The blood would be more constant. And this confusion of reality, Linda, you're bleeding, you're cut deeply, release your hand, was very confused with my belief, knowledge, and complete understanding that this rose was from God, and it's beautiful. And I could not separate the two. Because it was one thing, and I was determined to believe it was beautiful. And yes, it was beautiful. And I do believe it's beautiful. But the thorns were harming me, and me not letting go was harming me deeper daily. And yet I kept holding it because I'm thinking, well, this is from God. This is a rose, for goodness sakes. Like, I was given this. This is a blessing. And my mind could not decipher, like with my husband, it's so hard to say, but my ex-husband. He was who I believed loved me more than anything. At the same time, he was hurting me more than anything. And my brain could not fuse these two. They don't blend. And so I lived in this confusion. But he loves me, I'm hurting. But he loves me, he keeps hurting me. But he loves me, but he keeps hurting me. Both are true, but what happens is my beliefs, my hopes, my endless hopium to make this not hurt did not blend with the fact that I'm falling apart. And I couldn't separate the two because it's one rose. It was one man. And I believed so deeply this marriage was from God, and me staying regardless of the agony pleased the Lord. I could not separate the beauty from the pain. Kind of like if I'm sitting at my I've got a cute little dinette set in my dining room with the cutest little chairs, and I picture myself sitting there with a beautiful cup of coffee, sipping it. That was a visual, stay with me here, of my marriage, where I felt safe and secure because this is what God designed for me. Yet around this little dinette set were huge flames that I could see would engulf me. And that was the reality. Linda, you're not able to get out of bed. Linda, your body is falling apart. Linda, you're not supposed to be crying consistently. Linda, you should not shake when he walks in the room. Linda, you should not be ignored for 2 weeks. Though that was reality, and I knew it, not blind, saw the flames, but my belief was, I'm safe. This man loves me. This man was given to me from God. And I would sit there and sip my coffee, because if I were to accept the fact that I am surrounded by flames and I'm gonna go down, I would have to stop everything. I would have to grab my kids, leave the house, and be alone. Not have the house around me anymore, not have the protection of marriage. And the way my story has ended, being left without financial security, acknowledging the flames are real, and allowing my beliefs to fall into that, to believe, yes, you're surrounded by flames. No, you are not safe. It forces you to move. It forces you to change into very scary territory. And I'm here to say it's very scary territory, because I was much like a little girl in my marriage and just trusted the power over me to take care of me. And once I got out of that burning house with my kids, I've been on the street. That's how it feels. Cognitive dissonance is so hard because your brain cannot blend the two. This is beautiful. This is killing you. This is beautiful. This is killing you. It's coming from the exact same person. And it's very confusing. I've recently listened to Lisa Romano speaking about when you get a story in your head and you start following it and all of its agony of something you went through in your marriage, and you go down this trail and your stomach gets all entwined and you start sweating and your nervous system blows up. And she says, just make a statement. He doesn't like me. My husband doesn't care about me. My husband has left me without financial security. That's it. She teaches, say the statement. Don't connect a story to it. Once we connect a story to it, we spiral down. And then our body has completely taken over. But to say, yeah, I went through court and he had a high-paid attorney and he was able to leave me with no spousal support, no financial security for the rest of my life. Yes, through my whole marriage, he admitted that he was living a double life and was sexually sinful. Statements that don't connect to my heart and make me spiral down that cognitive dissonance where you can't separate beliefs from reality, but starting to make these real statements and stop. It's a practice that's really helped me. I'm going to put a few videos here again of things I've learned from Sam Vaknin about how confusing this is and how we lose ourselves because we've been everything around us has been distorted. And yeah, there were flames around me, but a lot of times it was just like blurry orange. And I had a very hard time connecting my beliefs to reality. I don't even think I'm there yet, but that's what we're going to talk about today, and it will be a hoot. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few things to watch. I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you on the other side.
In short, the narcissist plays with your mind, invades your mind, takes over your mind in order to impair your reality testing, to destroy your capacity to gauge and evaluate reality properly. To lie to yourself that the fantasy is reality, to become delusional when it comes to the narcissist, and to his paracosm, his alternative reality. He fits you so snugly, he becomes like a second skin. Breaking up with a narcissist is the same as skinning yourself alive. It's that onerous. It's that tumultuous. It's that torturous. It's a horrible process to go through. You're in the position of no longer recognizing yourself and no longer comprehending what it is that has happened to you. It's a whiplash. You're totally disoriented. And this loss of identity is the ultimate form of grief.
I do what every woman does, and I think back on Mike, and I'm like, what did I do? You know, maybe I made too big of a deal of it. But then I, very quickly picture what he was doing and how much he did hate me and how clearly he made that. I mean, I remember sitting in the truck with him in Moscow. I'm like, just love me, Mike. That's all I want. And he's like, do you know how hard that is?
Wow.
And I mean, he hated me all along. It's so clear. And he hates me more now. You know, I think one of the greatest tragedies of experiencing narcissistic abuse, and I think if you read my story in my book, you'll see it's a perfect example. Word for word, line for line, perfectly explains a narcissistic abusive relationship. He was even tested and 100% being told you have narcissistic personality disorder. So there was no doubt, and this story shows it. But I think one of the hardest things about it is it's not only what happens to you and the agony you go through and how they invade your mind and make you feel like you're losing yourself and contact with reality. But it's the frustration of how long it takes you to understand what he did. It's crazy. And like Patrick Doyle always says, crazy doesn't make sense. So I hope that this week, maybe you can focus, as I am, on making statements that aren't connected to all the many thousand emotions that we have. Just statements that are true. Living in reality. My ex-husband has left me like this. My ex-husband never loved me. My daughter is gone, wants nothing to do with me. Saying these statements, they hit differently. And if I don't allow myself to go down that bunny trail of agony, I think I'm learning how to accept reality in a better way. Many times it feels like as I'm trying to escape these castle walls, it's like I'm inside a wall or inside the castle, and there's a door painted inside the castle, and I'm standing there with a key. And that's kind of, I think it's a good example of cognitive dissonance, because my belief is I can open this door and get out. But if I live in reality and I turn to a real door, then I can get out. I have to accept this is what it is. This is how I get out. And I'm gonna be okay. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you come back as we walk through these real castle walls, the real door together.